Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. Everything is working absolutely great with the truck other than the shift points. My shift points and Levon's shift points are just a little bit different in the fact of his power adders and my power adders. The only thing that is actually different as far as the attributes meaning gear differential, TPS, and tire size is the gear differential. He has 373s, I have 355s. After I change all that stuff, truck shifts fine, everything's doing fine. It's just the shift points on mine compared to his, we could do just a little bit tweaking. So I'm going to try and set up a time. After talking with him, we are going to set up a time, head down to Fire Punk with the truck. I'm hoping to put it on a dyno if they have some time available, but if not, I want to kind of do a shop tour and also sit down with Levon and get a tune set up for my truck specifically. There's 3 different tunes you can put in there. I want to sit down with him. I want to do just an everyday street tune. I want to do a tow tune and also possibly a race tune. So utilize all 3 tunes within the controller itself. On days like today, as you can see, we have some snow. It's not working out for me because the windshield wipers are not working. I thought possibly it was an issue with deleting the battery and not having all the grounds right. But the only ground for the windshield wipers is right here where I put the relay for my air dog. And I have that hooked up right there. As you can see, everything is working fine there. Everything is grounded there, I should say. I took everything apart, got the cowl cover off, and I do have the linkage and the motor in here, and I think I have it narrowed down to the motor itself. When you guys are doing these checks, there is a relay. I'll just move things out of the way and show you. Alright, we got a wiper motor relay right there, and then we have a security relay right there. We do not have a rear heat relay, so we don't need to worry about that one. But if you look down inside here, both of these are the same relay. So if you're wondering if the relay was bad, just take these 2, swap them around, and see if everything works. You also do have a fuse for the wipers. On my truck, it's position 6. Inside here, I did check that fuse and everything is fine. And actually, if you turn everything on and powered on, I wondered about the switch in here, the multifunction switch in here being bad. Because I had everything apart, or maybe I didn't get something plugged back in right, and it was not that. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on a delay right there. And you can hear that relay clicking. So we know we have power there. And if I take my power probe with the ground hooked up, we know everything's working up to the plug for the delays. Then we have a constant power there. I'm not certain what these 2 are on the end. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and run to O'Reilly and pick up a relay, or I'm sorry, a new wiper motor, and see if that's it. Also with the power probe, I should be able to power that wiper motor on and make it run. So right here is your 2 leads coming out of your wiper motor. If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to hook up to one of these being ground, one of them being power, and make this wiper motor run, or hook my ground up to the housing right here and touch either one of these, push my power button, and make that wiper motor run. If that doesn't run, then I'm going to say that there's some windings in the backside or in here that is bad. So we're going to go ahead and go and get this replaced. So either hook this up here to a ground. We know we got ground coming through it. If I hit my positive, I should be able to make that run. It will not run on either one. Or if I take this, hook it up in here. So I got that hooked up there. We know we got ground, and it won't run at all. So that tells me that I think, by best guess, that the wiper motor's bad. So we're going to go ahead and head to O'Reilly and get a new one picked up. Before I head out, I'm going to go ahead and take this wiper motor off and make sure, because I don't know if they have a core on these. I wouldn't think they do, but I did see online that they do offer a remanufactured, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off just in case there's a core. Another thing that I did check too is I don't have my windshield wiper reservoir put in, and I didn't know if either the motor or the low wiper fluid indicator completed the circuit, so I did plug this in and to make sure that wasn't the issue also. These are pretty easy to take off once you have it out of the truck. We'll go through assembly and disassembly once we get back. You got a 13mm nut, then you got two 10mm that hold the wiper motor onto the linkage. If you want to, you can buy this whole thing right here. It's a little bit more pricey, but like I said, it is available. If you just want to buy everything, you can go ahead and do that. That is a tapered spline, so you will have to use a little bit of force to get that out of there. Alright, just got back from O'Reilly, picked up a new wiper motor. Only difference being is the ground. The other one was spot welded to the cap right there. This one here just has a short little lead going to one of the quarter drive nuts. Test my theory, I'm going to do exactly what I said. Just the engine, or the motor itself, the electric motor, should run just by this lead and this lead, and that's going to be your two outside spades. So just to test my theory, I want to hook that up and make sure that I'm right in that. I got the outside, or one of the, I got the ground hooked up to the outside spade. We have power, or ground continuity through it. Just like I thought, you should be able to hook that up to that outside and make that motor run. So we know that this is a good wiper motor. We're going to go ahead and get it, shut up. We're going to go ahead and get it back installed into the linkage over there, and then bring it over here and put it in the truck. All right, when putting your wiper motor back in, you are able to move this arm over to the side. Got all three of those started. You do want to be careful because this is just a cast housing. Go ahead and tighten those up. I'll put my wrench on there and just check them, make sure they are good and tight. I don't want to hit them too tight with my impact and strip out the threads in that housing. And then, like I said, that's a tapered shaft, so we're going to go ahead and just take that up, set it in place. That's good enough there. Now this is ready to go back in the truck. All right, before you put this in place, you do want to make your connections because you will not be able to reach it once you get it bolted into the truck. And once you have those connections made, it just sits down in there just like that. And then there's 4 bolts that holds it in place. Now before I put everything else together, we'll go ahead and test it and make sure everything works. On your windshield wipers, before I put them back on, I wanted to show you this spring right here that's loaded right here. To be able to get those off and unlock that from the spline housing, if it's on the vehicle, it's going to be down like that. So you just need to lift up on the wiper blade. So far you can do it with the hood up, but it works better with the hood down. If they're going to come off, you just lift up just a little bit, and then you move this tab to the side. And you can see that locks it there, and then also unlocks that spline so your windshield wipers will come off. Alright, one thing I failed to mention, as you can see when I first started that up, and to get those running, you need to put those in time. So when I put those on there, I did not have that linkage in time, so therefore it's on its downstroke. So when I put those windshield wipers on, they should have been up here. So when I first turned them on, they should have come down and then went back up. So I need to pull those arms back off, get that in time as far as the stroke on the linkage. No big deal. It's just something you need to think about when you put it back on. I actually forgot about it, and you know, I have to tear everything back apart. What I forgot to check when I put that back on was to have the transmission in perfect alignment. And actually I did have it in perfect alignment, I just had it on the wrong side. I wasn't paying attention when I put it back together. You want to make sure this transmission is in a perfect alignment and your engine or your electric motor is also in perfect alignment. I did have it in perfect alignment, but I had it on the opposite side over here. You can see this little gold tab under here. That's what mounts to the engine. I had it over here when it's supposed to be over here. So that's why my windshield wipers was going down instead of going up. All right, I think that's pretty much gonna do it. As you can see, it's getting snow covered. I'm getting snow covered and I'm getting cold. So I think that's pretty much, like I said, gonna do it for today. If you guys missed any of the build for the 47 RE swap, check out my playlist. I have a playlist for the transmission build, and then the O2 Cummins, it has its own playlist. So guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You have no idea how much it means to me that you guys are loyal to the channel and you subscribe and keep watching. So with that being said, like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.